5 equations are shown, but which ones are actually true? This is a select all question, so more than one equation can be correct. We're not guessing. We'll check every single one and only keep the equations that really match. Here's the method for dividing mixed numbers. Step 1. Convert both mixed numbers into improper fractions. We do that because mixed numbers are awkward to divide. An improper fraction is just one number over another, and that lets us use one clean rule. Step 2 is keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction exactly as it is, change the division sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction upside down. That flipped fraction is called the reciprocal. Step 3. Multiply straight across. Numerators together, denominators together, then simplify. Step 4. Put your calculated answer next to the answer they wrote. If they match, the equation is true. If they don't, it's false. Ready? Let's check them one by one. Equation 1, 8 and 2/3 divided by 4 and 1/8, and they say that equals 2 and 1/10. First, we convert. Look at 8 and 2/3. 8 times 3 is 24, plus the 2 is 26, so that becomes 26/3. Now, 4 and 1/8. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 1 is 33, so that becomes 33/8. Time for keep, change, flip. Keep 26/3. Change the division to multiplication. Flip 33/8. It turns into 8 over 33. Multiply. 26 times 8 is 208. 3 times 33 is 99. So we have 208 over 99. That's 2 whole groups of 99 with 10 left over, 2 and 10 99ths. They wrote 2 and 1/10. Those look close, but they are not equal. So equation 1 is false. Equation 2. 11 and 1/2 divided by 8 and 3/4 equals 1 and 11/35. Convert both. 11 and 1/2. 11 times 2 is 22, plus 1 is 23, so 23 halves. 8 and 3/4. 8 times. 4 is 32, plus 3 is 35, so 35/4. Keep 23 halves. Change division to multiplication. Flip 35/4 to 4 over 35. Multiply across. 23 times 4 is 92. 2 times 35 is 70. 92 over 70. Both numbers are even, so divide by 2. 46 over 35. 46 divided by 35 is 1, with 11 left over, 1 and 11/35. That is exactly what they wrote. Equation 2 is true. Equation 3. 2 and 5/6 divided by 3 and 1/4 equals 3 and 1/9. Pause. Before we calculate, does that even make sense? 2 and 5/6 is smaller than 3. 3 and 1/4 is bigger than 3. If you divide a smaller number by a bigger number, the answer must be less than 1. But they wrote 3 and 1/9. That's bigger than 3. That's impossible. We'll still finish the math so you can see the real answer. Convert. 2 and 5/6 is 17/6. 3 and 1/4 is 13/4. Keep, change, flip. 17/6 times 4/13. 17 times 4 is 68. 6 times 13 is 78. 68 over 78. Divide both by 2. 34 over 39. That's less than 1, just like we estimated, not 3 and 1/9. Equation 3 is false. Equation 4. 12 and 2/3 divided by 6 and 1/4 equals 2 and 2/75. Quick estimate. 12 divided by 6 is about 2, so an answer near 2 is reasonable. Now convert. 12 and 2/3. 12 times 3 is 36, plus 2 is 38, so 38/3. 6 and 1/4. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25, so 25 fourths. Keep 38 thirds. Change to multiply. Flip 25 fourths to 4 over 25. 38 times 4 is 152. 3 times 25 is 75. 152 over 75. That's 2, with 2 left over. 2 and 2 75ths. Perfect match. Equation 4 is true. Last one. 1 and 2 thirds divided by 1 and 1/2 equals 1. Estimate first. 1 and 2 thirds is bigger than 1 and 1/2, so the answer should be a little more than 1, not exactly 1. Let's prove it. Convert. 1 and 2 thirds is 5 thirds. 1 and 1/2 is 3 halves. Keep 5 thirds. Change to multiply. Flip 3 halves to 2 thirds. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 ninths. That's 1 and 1/9, not 1. Equation 5 is false. Now look at all 5 original equations. Equation 1 is false. Equation 2 is true. Equation 3 is false. Equation 4 is true. Equation 5 is false. The correct selections are number 2 and number 4. Convert. Keep, change, flip. Multiply, simplify, then check.